gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Sergeant Neutral Plays Mortal Empires as the Empire. And as we began last episode, we will begin this episode with a Siege of Helmgart. So once again, it's a much stronger force this time around, as per the usual, but we have a much stronger force as well. So we are going to jump in and kind of do a little bit of a different setup as we did last time. Because last time we sent these guys out and it was just a bad idea. They got absolutely ravaged. So I think once again keeping them within the confines of our base is a much better idea. They can be much more effective, especially as routing and potentially, killing the rest of the enemies. We will have a fully strength mortar, which we have to be careful of with these guys here. And as per the usual, we're going to keep these guys out in front. They're actually gaining experience, which is never a bad thing. And then once again, swordsmen on this front with the captain in support, the halberdiers and the greatswords on that front. I think what I'm going to be doing is keeping the swordsmen really in with the halberdiers, because I've found that the halberdiers take a lot more damage than the greatswords, and while that is a good thing, I would rather kind of mitigate, or at the very least spread out the damage as much as possible. So we're going to be going back in, as per the usual, business as usual for our Deer Suite area here. We're going to be keeping him in reserve to kind of face check the enemy general. The archers will stay exactly where they are, as I immediately change some of their setups here as well, just to make sure that we've got a good amount of coverage. We want all towers ready to go, so I think I'll keep them here. Probably not going to need as much, since there's a bit of a hole in the enemy position here. That probably means this is where most of the night goblins are coming from, but I'd rather deal with the orc biggins first. So we're going to be putting them as group 4. You guys are kind of critical to this whole operation, so we're going to put you here a little bit further back, so the night elf archers are going to have a little harder of a time getting there. And once again, we'll fire off 1 or 2 volleys here and then pull back. So we're going to be keeping you guys 1 on each side, I think. 1 here, 1 here, and I think we're ready to go. So just in an effort to speed things up just a little bit, we're going to be... Who exactly are they firing on? Fire on the orc boys. Anything at this point just to get a little bit of damage in. Once the ladders have hit, we'll be pulling them back. Great, so now we're going to pull them back already here. Taken a little bit of damage, but that's par for the course when it comes to actual warfare. If we could just try and drop some bombs on everyone, that would be great. Good hit on them. Decent hit on them. Okay, not as effective that time around, but that's alright. What are you guys doing here? Oh boy. Okay, so you guys come up this way, this way, this way, and get up there. I want to shut off skirmish for everyone. Please off, thank you. Alright, once again, we're getting some damage in. As always, not quite as much as one would hope, but some damage is better than no damage, so. Perfect. Here comes the general, so we're actually going to be throwing him up this way. Great, so we're just waiting on one more of the crossbowmen to get here. These two I'm not devastatingly worried about, especially with this lineup. Orc boys are not a priority. We're going to let them come up. We're going to be taking more damage right now, but I think later, but I think the damage we can get off right now is going to be the more important and kind of more impactful of the two. All right, so there are already some...
Ready, General! Yes, sir! Quickly! Go! Sigma! Guide our fire! Yes, sir!
So 3 and 4. I'm going to toggle the guard mode on for them.
Find your targets! Find your targets! By Ulrich's wrath! At your service!
Oh, jeez. These crossbowmen, I swear.
Yes, sir!
If I can actually hit and break some of these Night Goblin archers before the Orc Biggins get into position, that'll really kind of help out the potential damage capability that they're able to do.
Yes, General!
Beautiful charge. We'll keep the knights going there for a minute.
To battle! At speed! Crossbows ready, General! General, go!
Pull them out. How are you guys doing? Anything coming up your way?
Yes,
Unit of Orc Biggins, smash into them, please.
ready! Yes, sir, quickly!
Get out, get out, get out.
Crossbowman!
Great, now that the orcs are pulling back, go back in there. We can deal with those Night Goblin archers later. We need to get rid of the ones causing damage to us now.
By Ulrich's wrath! Take aim! Sigma calls! Quick march!
Fortunately, they've got a lot of coverage here from the other orc boys. Oh, more Night Goblins. Charge into them. Luckily, none of these are Night Goblin fanatics, which would be much more irritating for us to deal with.
Cannons fire!
And luckily, they've only really hurt one of our halberdier units, so we're going to be able to pretty much deal with that as needed. That was a great charge going in there. And those Orc Biggins are absolutely getting face checked right there, which I love. Alright, and are these actually making contact? Yes, they are. Making good, decent contact.
Crossbows ready, General!
Crossbows, get in over here. You guys get in over here. We've got a stronger infantry presence here. Much stronger infantry presence here. We're actually going to pull you out now.
Our steeds are restless. At speed! Go! Take the ground! Taking position! Standing by! We await your orders.
Great, so we've shattered them. There's still 31 of them left. Let's try and see if we can't get it down to closer to 10 before they flee. So hopefully we will have just... Yeah, 13, that's good enough. We need to help our front here. Luckily, these are all Orc Boys, Night Goblins. This is a very kind of weak push, comparatively speaking, to what we've had to deal with beforehand. And our Great Swords are going to be doing good work here. And then I think if we can charge into Urgok Kragtooth and wound him, that's going to very, very much help our line. These guys are all going to break and flee.
No lingering!
Try and get a few more kills on them. Maybe one nice, good old charge there.
Captain of the Empire! Ready to serve! Formation
Pull
march!
out, pull out, pull out. All right, let's get the crossbowmen back over here.
For Heldenhammer!
Since the other front is, for all intents and purposes, pretty much shattered apart from... Yeah, there's some biggins. Irritating for sure, not the end of the world. Between these two, we should be able to break them. What we need more help on is over here. Get back in there. Actually, that should be a Lord Snipe if we can. Get him before he's in the cover of the Orc Biggins. Not bad. Pull back. So the archers are turning around. Good. You guys smash into those night goblins.
I speak, you act. Show us the foe. Ready? Crossbowman. Take aim. My gun.
Try and pick off their general.
At speed. No lingering. To battle.
Pull back.
Sigma guides us.
It looks like they're getting pretty close to breaking. If we're able to get one more charge off on him, we should be in very good shape. Yeah, victory's in our grasp. Now it is time for the knights to really come into their own. Ravage those Orc Biggins, please.
Emperor's might. Sigma. For the Warhammer. Halberdiers. For Sigma. Fire. For the Warhammer.
Focus down the characters. Alright. We might be able to get them, I'm not entirely sure. But that was a pretty decent defense. I'm pretty content with how that went. These guys just having trouble? What's happening here? Oh, of course, because the gate's not ours. Oh well. So it was a close victory, but I was quite content with how that went. None of our units took an inordinate amount of damage. As per the usual, our range units did the most damage, but that is how things go. Very, very happy with that. So, good, 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 good. We are going to murder them because we want that. A, the leadership bonus is always lovely. And B, having the casualty replenishment not take a huge hit. So we'll arrange a tour. We've got a ton of prestige for the moment. And I think now what we're going to be doing is probably sending Karl Franz back. Because I think it's time we just go in there and get rid of those damnable orcs. So Grunberg, Altdorf, it would, I mean, for Altdorf, we're really just waiting for 2 more turns to be able to make sure we've got that. So we're not going to be upgrading any of these buildings right now. What I do think would be nice is just a little more industry. And then a little bit more of a village here. And now can we recruit anything of any real worth here? No, we can't, so we're going to be keeping on moving closer to Ubersreich. Next turn we'll be able to land in Ubersreich, recruit some units, and hopefully push back against these damnable orcs. And so, best done. I would really love military access from you.
Now is the time to unite. Yes?
Because since no one wants to deal with this, I have to.
I will not.
Okay, fine. Because anyway, our next probably big push is going to be into the Night Elves here, so we can get the Galmaraz quest and all that. And once we secure that, we can sort of see if the situation between Couronne and Marienburg has changed at all, and if it has, wonderful. If it hasn't, then we will move on towards hopefully getting a confederation with either Stirland or Averland to provide us to the front door against Sylvania, and that's really where the main crux of our next few military campaigns will take place. So now we will probably start getting rid of the rest of the Free Company militia and start really pumping out... Oh, right, of course, because this was broken. Alright, so is there anything... We don't... Dottenbach is not fully necessary. This is far more necessary. And I think we will, for this time, just kind of wait for a second here. Because getting the Emperor's Wrath would be hilarious, especially into the goblins. And since we're pretty much going to be able to single-handedly take the goblins with Karl Franz's army, especially with Lightning Strike, we're probably going to be moving this small force. It's a small force. It's definitely nothing too mind-blowing, for sure. Great. That extra income is incredibly nice. But already having 3 more archers, a few more crossbowmen and all that good stuff in Helmgart will just make it that much more difficult for the enemy to take. We have enough. But I'm not building anything, and I don't want to get rid of the armory, because I do want to get our, excellent unit deployment back on track. Since we are going to be fighting goblins, I will be disbanding these 3, getting more crossbowmen, just so we've got a really... because we've got a great front line right now. Regiments of Renown, Elector State Troops. Excellent. Another one for Karl Franz. 3 more of those. And then, honestly, probably we would like to get that. But unfortunately, because in my infinite wisdom, I forgot that recruiting units requires money. We're going to be waiting 2 more turns to start the building on Altdorf. But I think we're in a good position. We're going to quickly check the diplomatic disposition again one more time, just to make sure that nothing is too extreme at this moment. Unfortunately, it looks like Cassillon Beastspitter is going to be probably delivering the death blow to Marienburg.
Huntsman General.
So Magnus Aldridge. We're going to get those guys. We're also going to recruit a regiment of renown. That's 1,300. I think that's more important for our oncoming war against the Nordland. I mean,
Surely
you are
an
just...
agreement will be reached.
You are wounding me, Nordland. Wounding me, I say. So, Bastogne is happy with us. Couronne is happy with us. Karak is happy with us. And it looks like we can take the Crooked Moon. So, Ubersrick is critical. But I think if we could swoop in and take Karak Asgaraz, we are going to declare war. We're going to be better friends with the Golden Order because of that, which is a lovely little thing to have. And this should be a quick little auto-resolve. He's not close enough to...
We must attack.
Yeah, so we can auto-resolve that, taking very little damage. We're going to occupy, simply occupy, and work on getting rid of this, as the dwarves say, groby filth.
Who calls?
So now Karl Franz. Headhunter would just be really nice just across the board, and I think with that we can start moving into Emperor's Finest, Honest Steel, especially since we are going to be having Demigryph Knights later on. So I'm happy with that. Headhunter is excellent. Getting that little rank up is going to, you know, allow us to take advantage. Immortality is so nice for us. It's going to be able to take advantage of, if we do take some pretty serious losses, we're going to be less, it's going to hurt less for us to have to combine units or, you know, disband certain units, because they'll be strong, that much stronger, that much quicker. So once again, Lightning Strike is an absolute godsend. See, I don't want to go to war with Midland, but if we have to, we must. And if we have to, we must. All right.
At ease, huntsman.
Luckily, let's see if we can, because how is our reliability is very high. So now I would like to
Do not waste my time with petty talk.
peace treaty,
Who calls?
Midland.
Do not waste my time with petty talk.
Okay. And how's our imperial authority? 0, not great. Don't love that.
As is my
But here we are.
Sigmar's crown.
I do not actually want
Is
to
it
force
time?
march.
I see no other option.
It's crossing mountain passes, so we're going to be taking probably 2 turns of attrition, which I don't love, but once again, we're only losing 1 or 2 units. I will be sending him all the way to Altdorf,
Get a move on.
just to ensure that there's a little bit more of a defense there. Research is available. We got Imperial Architect, wonderful. And I think right now, getting some more improvements to our infantry would be very, very nice. Especially with the melee defense, that would be yum, 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 delicious. And once again, 0 Imperial Authority I don't, I'm not thrilled with, but, you know, I really want to keep Kuran.
Friends of the Empire.
No. Nothing we can do there.
Huntsman General.
So, civil war between the two have been prevented. I would much rather that for the moment. And let's check the elector counts. They're pretty happy with us. Demanded settlements, not thrilled. Declined to defend settlement, sorry about it. 9, he's very happy, very happy, very happy. As a general rule, also pretty happy. I'm going to let them just kind of beat on Couronne for a little bit, because hopefully that means that they're going to take Marienburg back, and then I can swoop in and
By
take
the
it.
comet. This action does not have my consent.
Oh, much better. Okay, so we're not going to be taking more attrition next turn. Well, at least a much smaller amount. So I would rather have him be harder to hit first, because he already has a decent melee attack stat. So now we can upgrade Turnbach. And we're going to see what Midland does. Because right now we need... I really just want to get rid of the orcs here. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a party here. But once again, Lightning Strike is going to come in incredibly clutch. And yes, good. They are going for Midland. It seems to be their kind of priority at this moment. I mean, for Marienburg. Midland is going for Marienburg. Leave the treasure.
I refuse. Impossible.
Felix Bieber is there. As long as we hold on to Altdorf and frankly Ubersreich, we're going to get rid of that and hopefully start building some.
Into battle.
So, boom. So that's the settlement garrison. They're just regular night goblins. What would this look like? Because I'll probably just. This is pretty beneficial to us. Those rock lobbers would be irritating, but we've got Karl Franz. I think we'll just lightning strike this one. Because if I can get Spinny out by himself. So hack foe spike we can crush later on. Here, if we actually do a lightning strike, doesn't change anything.
Step to it.
So we're actually going to break the siege. And now we can get Inspiring Presence, and then we can start working on Honest Steel and Pistol Corps. You, I would love if you could get... What else do we really want? Fate of Bajuna, direct damage, I'm alright. Doom and Darkness, minus 16 leadership. Plus 8 leadership. I mean, that's fun. But I think we'd rather get... Because we're also going to be getting to the point pretty quickly. So Grinberg is all the way over there. Odds that they'll be under attack immediately are relatively low. We'll see what Skarsnik and Spinny do. And this is actually pretty idyllic, because we'll be able to take out 2 Goblin Rock Lobbers right away. They're going to be coming in later on. Yep, I'm okay with this. The biggest thing is that we just have to get rid of those Goblin Rock Lobbers. Yeah, we'll hit a little quick save here. Actually had no idea that button existed. So... Alright, so here we are. Battle of Karak Norn. This could be pretty big. So once again, we're going to be taking advantage of the Purple Zone of Xerix. It's going to be a pretty major... We're definitely going to gamble for that. Excellent. And now everyone who is...
Ready to fire.
Okay, we're definitely going to be taking that off, that off. You guys will be going this way, because there's a little bit of an incline there. You guys will be defending this front. Because really, the number one thing that we're going to have to be careful of are the nasty skulkers.
Stalin's revenge.
I would like to also put you in there. Thank you. Karl Franz and our Amnethys Wizard are going to be very much an important part. So are our cavalry. So you guys are going to be group 4. And then you guys are going to be the main battle line here. We're going to put you guys a little bit further ahead. We're going to put you guys a little bit further up as well.
Crossbows ready, General. Weapons at the ready.
Glad I checked this, because everybody has skirmish mode, and that's really not what we want right now. And you guys will just be group 5. You will be You will be group 6, and you 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. So we're going to start deployment. We're going to start this battle. We're immediately going to send him to get those Goblin Rock Lobbers under control. We're going to pop this immediately.
On foot, swift, set off.
Ulrich's wrath on them.
Wizard of death, depart. Spirits invoked.
2, 1.
Moving.
Good, that'll cut a good chunk out of the enemy here. Alright, so they've smoked bombed us. Irritating, not the end of the world, but most definitely irritating.
Reichsguard Knights!
So you guys, if you guys could pull over this way.
Reichsguard Knights! Reichsguard! Prepare for combat!
We are unfortunately going to be taking a little bit of artillery damage. There's really no other option for us at this point. We have to take it.
For Heldenhammer! Cavalry ready! Take the
Excellent.
ground!
Get out of here.
Sigma calls! Get them! I will not stand idle! Sigma!
Send them off. At the very least, just kind of force them off of their
Reichsguard Knights! Sir,
of their catapults for the moment.
Death comes.
Yes, sir! For the twin-tailed comet!
As long as they don't do anything dumb.
Sigma call! Heading out!
Now get out of there before that becomes an issue.
At speed!
Have you been slowed again? No, okay, cool.
The Empire endures! Yes, sir! Quickly! Reichsguard Knights! At speed!
Keep going.
Prepare
Now
for
smash into them,
combat!
please. Those nasty skulkers do a lot. Oh, that was a good smoke bomb on their part. I'll give them that.
Quick march! Ready for war! Moving now! No lingering! Quick march! Go! Moving faster!
Caster of Shaish. This way.
Great swords! For Heldenhammer! Now!
Wizard ready.
3, 2, 1.
Going.
To battle!
Let's get these knights out of here. Where are my other knights? They're over here. Ooh, they've been absolutely murdered by those nasty skulkers.
Yes, sir, quickly!
Alright, so they're no longer part of the equation.
Send us out! Great swords!
But these guys, there's still very much hope for. That was just a ton of stupid damage. Here, convince them to not return. There's English.
General! Ready! Ah!
Okay, pull out, pull out, pull out.
Depart. Swift.
Alright, we're gonna keep you right back here. Yep, they're out of the question.
Yes, General!
Why you guys?
Take the
Oh, because I told them to. Oh, that's right. Okay.
At speed! Formation! Ah! No lingering! Sterling's revenge!
Alright, so we're gonna be toggling the skirmish mode.
Protects us!
Work on them. You guys, I want you to work on them. You guys work on them.
We serve the Emperor! Crossbowman! My Ulrich drop! Yes, my lord! For Sigma! Fire!
On foot. With haste. Death's foreseen.
Reichsguard Knights! Ready! Get them! Sir! To arms, men! Go! My rule is absolute!
Great. Did a fair amount of damage to us, but also, more importantly, more damage to them. So unfortunately, we're completely tapped on Winds of Magic. That's all right. We're going to be pulling you back. Time to swing this front around. You guys come back in over here. No, you guys keep doing what you're doing.
Yes! Moving faster! Onward!
Yeah, and the Orc War Boss has now just taken a whole bunch of shots right to the dome.
Moving out! Crossbowmen! Pick them off! Shoot them! In range! Take the ground! Missiles!
Alright, our superior morale is starting to come into play here.
Great swords! Go!
You guys, we're going to need helping over here.
Prepare for combat!
Going.
Bump that up, baby. Alright.
Finding range, sir! Quick march! Sir! Great swords! We are Sigmar's heirs! War!
Deal with them now, please.
Crossbowmen! Great swords! Ready for war!
Alright, so
Great swords!
Great Swords get in there. Freeland Company Militia, you guys have got this.
Conditions
You guys
acceptable.
keep firing on those night actually those forest goblos.
Powder dry! For the twin tails coming!
Death comes.
Taking aim! For the Empire!
Okay, we really don't want him to get tied in with those trolls.
Withdraw!
So now get out.
March! We are Sigmar's heirs! We obey! To battle! Armed and ready! Fire! Fire! At speed! Take position! We serve the Emperor! We obey!
Why are you guys here?
Quick march!
Alright, my knights,
Sigmar calls!
get in here.
Battle! For the Emperor! Sputters the target!
Just
Shaman!
get in there for some ranged damage.
That's an order! The Empire is
That's the
ours!
break we needed. They're going to be coming in and smashing them in the back. Good, good, good.
Handgunners!
Handgunners should be able to handle that.
Wizard ready.
Ready for war! For France!
Collapse upon them.
Quick march!
You guys move in there. My knights.
Right Guard Knights! We
Great.
serve the Emperor!
Free
Yes, sir,
company, get
quickly!
in there.
Ready!
You guys, I want you guys to flow through here.
Go! Very well! War!
Alright, get out, get out, get out.
Reichsguard Knights! Handgunners! Yes, sir! Quickly! All ranks fire! Attack! Great swords! Withdraw!
Great, so those trolls have just been taken fully out of the equation.
Fire! Fire! Powder dry! War! Reichsguard
Oh, you guys get out of there. That was a bad shout on
Yes,
my
sir,
part.
Quickly! No lingering! For France! Quick march! Ready? Let's go! Formation! March!
Carl, don't get stuck
Moving
in.
faster! Take position! No lingering! Moving now!
Detachments move! To battle!
Sigma! Preserve us!
Take the ground!
By Sigma's will! Great
Okay.
swords!
Call France! No lingering!
Sigma, command!
Pushing out after them.
Moving.
Great swords!
At speed! For Heldenhammer!
Emperor's might! Moving now! At speed! Take it!
Yeah, they're not going to be holding for much longer.
Go! Whoa! Sigma, preserve!
Get them!
Hand gunners! Crossbows ready, General!
For Heldenhammer!
When your crossbowmen turn into melee fighters.
Awaiting orders!
This is my command!
Caster of Shaish.
Withdraw!
Curses.
Moving now! Weapons at the ready! By Ulrich's wrath, Sigma guides us!
My subjects call!
Can't handle that.
Blow deathly winds.
If Carl Franz goes down, this game is this battle is over.
Moving faster! Take the ground! Go!
Hand gunners!
Great, so we took them out.
Shoot them! Formation, march!
Prepare for combat!
To us, the foe!
Ooh, still tight. It's still really close here.
Take me! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Wizard of death.
Crossbowman! Yes, my lord!
Gotta get rid of that goblin raw clobber.
Spot us the target!
Because they are just doing horrifying amounts of damage to my line. And at this point, it's also the morale that we really just can't
By Ulrich's wrath!
afford to lose here.
Forwards!
Keep shooting in there.
Comes.
Ready for war!
Another unit's been wiped out.
For Heldenhammer!
Get them off the field.
Hand gunners! Powder dry!
Off the field. Get them off. Alright, cool, cool, cool. They're still shooting. We need to focus on
Grave danger.
Skarsnik. And Skarsnik, oh, if we've got one more volley in us. Come on, baby. I know you got another volley in you. And if he breaks, that should be it.
Crossbowman! We serve the Emperor!
Or better yet, if we can kill him. Alright, army losses hasn't been inflicted. Now it's done. Ooh, Lord. Alrighty. That got messy. Far, far, far from my best battle there, but we did okay. Phew, it is definitely a Pyrrhic victory. How much? So we lost pretty much our entire front line. We lost our... Okay, we didn't lose either of the knights. Murder them all, please. But we can't deal with Morglum Cracktooth. So we definitely have to pull back and recoup our losses here because, boy, have they been extreme. Alright, so we defeated Skarsnik, awesome.
I am Prince
Everybody
and Emperor.
get the
Stop that!
Zogoth, Carrick Norn.
I am France. They will obey.
Force March. Yeah, we'll be losing some guys, but I would rather lose some guys versus... Alright, so it looks like he's
What does the
coming
Emperor
in to
bid?
party with us.
Orders heeded. Absolutely not.
Okay, so one more turn until that's complete. Where's the other settlement upgrade available? Definitely putting that on Nuln. And let's see if we can get any peace with, like,
Do not
Nordland.
waste my time with
Probably with our
What?
strength ranking as
deliver your
broken
message
as
and
we
then
are
get
right
from my
now.
pen. Yes.
Not super likely,
Greetings, my countrymen.
but we'll see what we can do.
Kislev.
Kislev, no. Hopefully they're not able to come back and meet us again. Okay, good. Just a little unit. And they actually attacked him. Great. They intercepted him. Probably saved a considerable amount of Imperial lives. For better or for worse in their mind. And I think we're going to finish this off one turn.
Summon the
We are not doing that. Talabakland.
move.
Get to Karak Asgaraz because boy oh boy do we need it. Alright. Regiments of Renown, what do we have? What do we have? Not available. The Tattersouls could be good. Sigmar's Sons might be good. Looks like he's going for Ubersreich, and unfortunately there is absolutely nothing we can do about that right now.
Huntsman General.
Alright, Altdorf. We can get that. I would rather say for the Altdorf Conclave of Battle Wizards. So, Ubersreich getting hit now would be devastatingly irritating. But it looks like that's only in his current stance. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to follow through and fight
Ready.
right now. We're buying it. And, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of Sergeant Neutral plays Empire, Mortal Empires as the Empire for Warhammer 2. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Sergeant Neutral, just about signing out once we see what happens. Really? Well, why mess with tradition, I guess. Well, in the next episode, we are going to be starting with, once again, another battle of Helmgard.